All right, so welcome again to SaBEEdo Nights. I'm so sorry everyone to keep you waiting for some time. I had to restart my computer because nag-update po yung yung Microsoft ko po. So, and then it took time again to start back on Zoom. Thank you for your patience, especially Sir Gary. You don't deserve this delay. Uh, this is a very amazing episode supposedly, but let's do what we can with the time that we have. I know you're very tired from all the activities you did sa Palawan today. And thank you, Ma'am Mercy Cleo again, Aning and Ryan, Rona for joining. Okay, so let me introduce our speaker for tonight. Actually, I met him way back 2019 before the pandemic. Siya yung isa sa mga naging unang-una naming resellers ng Stingowin dun po sa BEEngo Farm sa Tunga, Leyte. So Sir Gary Avila Ayuste is the owner of BEEngo Farm and he's been an OFW before. So actually he calls himself an accidental beekeeper and he'll tell us more about that later. But he started his journey way back 2016, and it's amazing the journey that taken has taken place. It has taken him to various places all over the Philippines, from all the islands of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So he actually has his new project. It's called the Gary B Movement, and we will be hearing from him highlights of all those many projects that he's undertaking with various associations and private entities. What caught me po with his tagline before was pollinating goodness. So we finally were able to visit BEEngo Farm last December. Hindi lang kami, nagkataon lang na wala siya at that time. I think he was in Palawan. And we really enjoyed that place. Even my daughter, who is 5 years old already, na-enjoy namin yung Hobbit House and yung river. We had night swimming there. So without further delay, I'd like us to welcome on screen somebody who is also an awardee of the first Sick Club Award, a national search for youth nation builder, hailing all the way from San Vicente, Tunga, Leyte, although he is right now in Palawan. Please help me welcome on screen Sir Gary B.
Magandang gabi. Good evening, everyone. Ma'am Mercy, Miss Nora, Ma'am Cleo, maraming salamat. Good evening, Sir Ryan, and of course, Sir Alexis, maraming salamat for inviting me again. I think this is my second guesting for Saturday night, right?
No, this is your first.
Uh, no, we had, it's the World Bee Day
The
last
World B Day
year.
before, yeah. It's really a
Mm.
privilege and honor to have you here tonight. Yun nga, nanghihinayang ako na hindi tayo live. I'm so sorry
No,
talaga.
it's okay.
Yung
And
katapusang sorry.
Miss Nanette, magandang gabi din po. No? So, yes, my name is Gary. Most of my friends and my students are now calling me Gary B. And I'm glad na Gary ang naging pangalan ko. Mas madali kong na-introduce ang mga bubuyog sa madla. And very catchy yung pangalan ko. Medyo na timing lang na meron tayong sikat na si Gary B, no?
Yeah.
Hindi lang tayo Mr. Pure Energy, but we are Mr. Pure Honeybee.
He just
And
celebrated, Gary he just celebrated his 40th birthday in the 40th year in the industry. So Gary B naman, the movement has just begun and you already have
yeah,
500 followers.
um, we yeah, actually accidental lang naman na nagkaroon ng the Gary B movement. I was in El Nido late last year, and they all wish to have a colony for their association. So I was thinking, how can I bridge the gap between NGOs and this private group para malink. And luckily, just last month, nakapag-deliver tayo sa kanila two groups of beekeepers in Palawan na bigyan natin ng free colony. So this is because of the Gary Bee movement. And of course, this is in cooperation and in collaboration with HUBAK organization. It's a London-based organization, but it's managed and organized also by Filipinos, OFWs in London. So and hopefully
Wow,
mapalawak pa natin yung Gary
congratulations.
Bee movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's talk about Gary B movement more in a while, Sir Gary. No, but so for the
yeah.
benefit of our viewers, I would like them to get to know you better. What got you into beekeeping, and so can you
Ah.
tell us the story? Siyempre, kasi ako kabisado ko na talaga how you started, but can you share to our viewers and even with those who are on Zoom right now,
Yeah,
paano ka
yeah.
ba talaga napunta sa beekeeping at kailan nga ulit yun?
So you my story was a little bit funny, no? I'm not actually a beekeeper since birth or on my earlier age. I'm a former OFW for 7 years. I used to work in Saudi Arabia, and then I got a 10 days vacation because my lola and my mother got sick at the same time. So I decided to visit them for 10 days. So while I'm having my vacation on my seventh day in the Philippines, I decided to go back na to Saudi. But unfortunately, I missed my flight. Not just once, but twice in a row. Naiwan po ako ng eroplano. Then I realized nga hindi lahat ng naiiwan nasasaktan. Ano po ang iba?
Pugot?
ang iba ang iba nag-aalaga ng bubuyog. So and I have this aunt, ano siya, agriculturist siya, naka-attend siya ng beekeeping workshop. At pinilit niya akong sumama sa isang bee farm in Batangas, and that's Malaya Bee Farm. So
Mm-mm.
the moment I entered Malaya Bee Farm, I knew one day I'll become a beekeeper. The next day, I enrolled beekeeping class. Tapos nakapagkwentuhan sa mga beekeepers. And then a year after or a few months after, luckily, I was able to join the intensive beekeeping course at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, headed by Miss Clay, Ma'am Cleo. So maraming salamat po, Ma'am Cleo. And I
Face-to-face
got
kayo nun, di ba? 5 straight
I was
days?
face to face. Luckily, yes. And we
Oo.
were like 52. We are
Wow.
52 students, and we have three foreign three foreign classmates. So medyo parang English yung aming usapan sa
Mm.
loob. Kaya nakaka-note. But it's a very good I think it's one of the best beekeeping trainings that I had because I think it's well organized, and from theory to practical natutukan siya ng maayos. So I'm just so lucky na prior to pandemic ako nakapag-enroll, and up to now yung mga classmates ko we're still collaborating with each other on how we can expand our advocacies because luckily din po one of my classmates Miss IC, who is based in San Vicente, Palawan, is doing beekeeping not just for honey alone, but for the conservation of biodiversity and environmental conservation of the entire San Vicente. So masyado kaming nag-jive, nag-click kami. And so yeah, that's how I became a beekeeper. And I established BEEngo Farm, which is a very small bee farm in Leyte, about 300 square meters lang napunta na nga ni sir. But prior to pandemic, no, ang dami namin talagang bisita. Only na nire-redesign ko kasi yung kanyang business model. Kaya hindi kami gaanong tumatanggap ng bisita ngayon kasi I'm planning to make it full parang para ba siyang magiging takbuhan ng tourist na walang tatakbuhan. So because it's enrolled in couch surfing. So yeah, there's so much more to wait for BEEngo Farm. But then I think ang pinaka natutukan ko din talaga is yung community development and aside from beekeeping alone because I think napaka-complex ng when you say beekeeping napakadaming nadadaanan at napakadaming saklaw
Yes.
ng topic na ito. Yeah, so yun, that's how I became a beekeeper. And then yeah, sabi nga kanina ni Sir Alexis, I think luckily I was one of the pioneer awardee of CICLAB. It's a nationwide search for youth nation builder awarded by FINMA in collaboration with De La Salle University and JCI International Manila. Yeah, followed by just last year, we are also recognized as one of the 10 most inspiring MSME of Go Negosyo out of 15,000 qualifiers. So I think,
Wow, wow, wow.
uh, yeah, it opened my heart to stay and to love Philippines even more because actually, honestly speaking, I was about to live abroad again and to accept a beekeeping job offered to me in
Kailan to?
Australia, but then just last year. So
Okay.
when during the habang tinatanggap ko yung award and the president of the Philippines was there, na realize ko I think I cannot leave those farmers behind again, so I decided to stay, but I'm not closing doors to go abroad, but that's I think for a shorter term and for trainings and advanced beekeeping studies na lang po. And currently, I'm waiting for one scholarship. Hopefully, makasama tayo. So
Wow,
yun ang
sige.
naging buhay ko ngayon. And now, lumilibot halos ng buong Pilipinas because of the Gary Bee movement.
Galing, galing. And so, why did you call it BEEngo Farm? Kasi catchy siya talaga.
Bee yeah, actually, very catchy. Dati nga, pag may tumatawag sa akin sa mall, Mr. Bingo, parang sinis ko, ano ba ito makaisikin ng mga tao? Sugarol ako, no? Na
Hmm.
bingo is because it's bee and mango farm. Although, ang aming mga mangga, hindi pa nagaanong
Okay.
swak. Yeah, because ang aming mangga hindi gaanong swak sa klima. Dahil ang Leyte, actually, we are suffering now. Almost whole year round na lang kaming umulan. Parang
Typhoon.
nagtato nagtatampo ata sa amin sa haring araw. So, wala kaming summer halos. So, di ba ang mangga gusto nila ng dry and medyo
Hmm.
mainit na panahon. So, but basically, bingo derived from the word bees and
Of
mango. That's
course.
why it's called
Oo.
big.
Ah,
And luckily,
nandun kami parang wala akong
bumingo.
nakitang mga mango.
Actually, there
Sa
are
ibang part.
18 meron yan sa loob. 18 ano yan. Kasi yung mga mangga to na namumunga within 6 months to 1 year.
Mm.
So, ang first 3 years ko namumunga sila because during that time, I believe hindi pa ganun katindi yung epekto ng climate change because ngayon iba na talaga, iba na yung ano ba to, iba na yung summer namin, rainy season na. Kung minsan yung rainy season, nagiging
Oo.
summer ng konti.
Unpredictable na. Parang
O
ganun.
very unpredictable. Yeah, yun talaga.
Ay,
So, yeah. Pati
actually,
yung
that's my regret.
pollinating goodness,
Yeah.
yung pollinating goodness actually, my very first tagline was love at first sting. But then
Mm.
I really felt in love with the stingless bees and how they work, on how easy they are to manage, and even for the IPs and the farmers that I'm helping, it's easier for them, especially for pollination. I think napakalaking tulong nila din talaga. So yeah, kaya siya napalitan ng pollinating goodness, which is I think it's better.
Yes, and it speaks also about your ano talaga your goodness to the community. So
Yeah,
uh
thank you.
I know for a fact that you're providing livelihood to the women around Bingo Farm, especially nung
Yeah,
prior to the pandemic where the women were helping you with the
the the
requirements, di ba?
empowered mothers.
Oo.
Yeah, yes,
And
yes,
right now,
empowered mothers.
you're mas akma siya talaga kasi you're tying up with various communities all over the Philippines. And that's very most fitting tagline talaga. You're pollinating
Yeah.
goods. Kaya gustong-gusto ko siya. Pa-trademark mo kaya
And
yan.
oh yeah, and actually, um, this every time na nagbibigay ako ng short inspiring messages and speeches in different forums, especially for the youth, tumatatak talaga sa kanila yung pollinating goodness. So I mean, because it explains everything. Hindi mo na
Yes.
kailangan
Kasi
i-elaborate pa.
in this world talaga na people need to experience even small acts of kindness and you're doing that. So actually, sobrang na-appreciate ng family ko. Nag-overnight po kami for free sa Bingo Farm, dun sa Hobbit House, dun sa isang small room pa nila, and free pa yung dinner. So sabi ko, how can I ever repay you for this goodness, Sir Guy? And then ang regret ko lang, we arrived doon mga 5 p.m. na, tapos umalis kami ng 4 a.m. kasi kailangan namin pumunta doon sa venue ng wedding. So,
Sayang.
we only had a very limited time pero sobrang saya kasi meron po silang river sa side. Nag-night swimming po kami hanggang 8 p.m. talaga. Ang lamig ng tubig pero enjoy na enjoy yung anak ko kahit gano'n. So, very, very memorable and we really want to go back there some other
Yeah.
time. Okay, so you mentioned about your journey now. Medyo na-preempt kita kanina, but I want you to talk now about the Gary B movement. So although you also mentioned na din how it all started, and that's coming from Palawan. For the benefit of our viewers naman, this is BEEngo Farm where we went in Tunga, Leyte. So very may rustic ambience. So sir, I'll be flashing some of the photos that you sent me. Can you just describe what are some of these, and then talk about
Oh, sure.
more of them?
So this is part of BEEngo Farm. This is Riverside. It's a practical training for Stingless Bees workshop. Pero yung ating theory, meron tayong maliit na ano dyan, na function hall. Tapos dito kami sa gilid ng ilog nagpo-practical. So this, we have also mga curious beekeepers in Leyte that we are giving training. Mayroon tayong dalawang klaseng workshops and we have sponsored by DA or the Agricultural Training Institute. Yung iba naman, private enrollees. So, yeah, I think this is one of the best parts of BEEngo Farm.
Yung ATI,
We've been,
meron ka pang mga ongoing or naka-line up na trainings sa BEEngo
um,
Farm?
not in BEEngo Farm now. I have in different provinces. Oh.
Okay.
Kasi usually, tinatap po ako ng ATI for beekeeping workshop. So I think because iba kasi yung ano, iba yung design ko ng beekeeping workshop. I am making sure na hindi siya yung completely sa workshop lang. I think siguro dahil ang aking degree is Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management slash being a mentor for how many years in Go Negosyo. I think naihahalo ko yung on how to establish farm tourism destination in an economical way para may puhunan, hindi naman kailangan ng malaking puhunan ng owners. And then, yung entrepreneurial mindsetting ng ating mga enrollees, ino-open natin because wala namang beekeepers na nag-harvest ng honey overnight. So we need to train them how to earn while waiting for the honey for
Yes,
them
kasi
not to give up.
seasonal lang
So
siya talaga.
parang, yes. So parang ganun yung nagiging design ko. So when people discover that, kumalap na lang yung kwento, ano, so they enjoyed it so much. So even I think natitwist ko din siya kapag yung aking mga audience is like IPs or farmers, nag-iiba-iba yung twist ko. So it's really good. Yun.
Okay, I'll go to the next set of photos naman. Well, ano lang no, comment lang dito no. So they were not yet using the veil. Siguro
Nag-ano pa kami dyan,
parang ano,
nag-explain pa.
early stage pa to
Oo.
no. Oo.
Yes,
But
yes.
yun, very ano naman, resourceful. Yan, where was this?
Sorry.
Where was this naman, tung picture na to?
The same, the same. This is also in this one
So,
in Bacolod. Ito. This is in Aboy's restaurant. Yung tabi ng
Bacolod naman.
Aboy's restaurant. Yes, yes. So I was able to travel and visit Bacolod through Ma'am Pamela Inares in I think that was late of 2021. Yeah,
Ito
yeah.
after the World Bee Day, no?
Sorry.
After the World Bee Day.
After, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So that's where I met Ma'am Pamela. I was invited by Sir Alexis to give a talk about the World Bee Day celebration. And then Ma'am Pamela contacted me. We had a very good conversation and then nagtuloy-tuloy. And then I really got curious to visit Bacolod for the first time. And I enjoyed it because aside of having a company of a very warm people in Bacolod, their cuisine is, oh, I love it.
Namit.
I
Namit.
like
Namit.
namit gid,
Sarap
namit
talaga
gid.
pagkain dun.
Oh,
Saka
yeah.
mura.
Wala.
Oo.
Tapos, yeah, so I happen to have a very curious student in Bacolod. Actually, we already had four batches of, yeah, four. We already had four batches of beekeeping workshops in Bacolod. And um, it's nice to know na iba-iba yung ating enrollees, pinanggalingan ng enrollees ng Bacolod. Merong nasa academe because currently I'm working actually, nag-arrange kami ng collaboration with the Gary B movement and the students of De La Salle University in Bacolod who under the agribusiness college. So this is for the Gary B movement advocacy is to train this youth, these students to be my warriors of pollinating goodness. Sila yung magturo sa locals doon sa
Wow.
mga
So
hindi kaya mag-enroll ng beekeeping workshop. So it's a collaboration between students under the Rizal University, of course, and at the same time, it's very educational kasi it will become educational and entrepreneurial, I must say.
meron tayong Merly Ponari ngayon ng De La Salle doon sa Bacolod?
We are now starting to have the education side. So,
Mm.
kasi kami meet pa lang namin ng head ng agribusiness college in De La Salle sa Bacolod. Yeah, she enrolled with the beekeeping workshops, and we were able Zoom meeting lang din namin a few days ago. So nagkaroon kami with the
Wow.
students,
So
and they are very excited.
another new project pa pala to besides your tie-up with Negros. Ano yun?
Um,
Negros Beekeepers Association ba yun?
yes. So I'm happy and I'm glad that people are now being the voices of the bees, not just us here.
Hmm.
And of course, I think I have to really thank my mentors. Isa dyan si Ma'am Cleo, of course. Tapos si kayo, si Rico, si late Ate Edily.
Mm-mm.
I have my colleagues, of course, si Sir Kevin Martinez, Sir Lee, Abuas, and the rest of the beekeepers of the Philippines. Actually, I think nakwento ko na nga sa'yo, I have in mind a good activity for May in celebrations with the World Bee Day. Hindi ko pa lang
Yes.
gaanong na-elaborate, so
Pag-usapan
maybe we
natin,
could
balik
collaborate.
mo.
Maybe lahat ng beekeepers could collaborate and make it happen
Sige.
by May.
Masaya yan.
Oo nga.
Okay, so next photo naman. So nakita na natin yung project niya. Of course, Visayas to. So he's from Leyte, and then he has another project in Bacolod and other parts of Negros. So moving on to the next photo naman. This one is,
It's the same. It's in Bacolod. It's the same people around.
ayan, so mga students niya. And it's also this one, sa Bacolod din. So natatandaan kong isa sa mga na-share mo during the World Bee Day was there was a time na yung mga farmers pala sinusunog nila yung mga stingless bees kasi they were not
Yeah.
aware na ano talaga sila. That was
Yes.
heartbreaking. So at
Yeah.
least you're able to educate now the more, not just, I mean, people really need to know the importance of these stingless bees.
Yeah. So this is in Tarlac. So Tarlac is very special to me, I think, because this is in Palawan. Yeah, mixed.
We go back, sorry, to Tarlac naman. Why Tarlac? So
Okay.
from Visayas, we go to Luzon naman. What
Yeah.
made you come to
Why Tarlac?
Tarlac?
No. One of my co-awardee in Siklav is Melissa Yeng Yap, the daughter of the owner of Gatingko. So Miss Melissa is really attached to the NANAY and Livelihood project in Tarlac. So one time, sabi namin magbanding naman tayo. So she invited me to visit Tarlac, and total nando na lang din naman kami, and we are both movers of good changes in the community. In-invite niya akong makita yung mga nanay na tinutulungan niya, and then I gave them a short message about bees, introduce ko yung bees. And then yung mga nanay nag-request ng beekeeping workshop. Then a few weeks later, nag-beekeeping workshop kami. It's about 60 participants, I think. From iba't ibang, I think, iba-ibang from Victoria to Nueva Ecija, maraming estudyante. It was really, really a beautiful 2 days experience with people of Tarlac. And last month, I was there to check. Nag-propagate na yung kanilang mga bubuyog, and then nag-ano na sila. Bukod doon, ang nakakatuwa kasi we were able to train them to love the bees not just for the honey alone, and they know the value of the pollen, they know the value of propolis, and knowing Mel, who is into di ba ang
Ointment yun, di ba?
we
Ointment.
yes, we know the product of Katingko. Actually, Katingko is not just ointment. Meron silang mga inhalers, meron nga sila ngayong K essentials for massage oil.
Mhm.
So knowing them, this group of beekeepers in Tarlac are really in good hands kasi madaling magkakaroon, made-develop yung mga byproducts. So they're
So
really really good.
it's a continuing project din na naman na you still need to go back
Yes,
there and
yes,
train them how to do the value-added products
yes,
and
yes,
create
yes.
livelihood opportunities
At saka,
for them.
pwedeng, I think, pwedeng bilhin kung marami tayong local produce na beeswax na hindi alam kung saan ibebenta.
Mhm.
I think it's a good place to you can just let me know. I think I can recommend it to Katingko. So I think this is good when you have a good network.
Yes,
Kasi well, kung hindi mo rin naman magagamit yung network mo, ipasa mo sa iba na mas nangangailangan.
yes,
Yun.
yes.
So next
Okay, so
photo.
from Tarlac, you went naman to Palawan.
So we have two groups in Palawan. This is in El Nido, Palawan.
Wow.
Uh,
So
yeah, as you can
you're
see,
there right now, di ba?
yeah, actually, one of the participants actually of this group is here listening to me.
Mm.
So, Palawan, this is El Nido Beekeepers Association, headed by Capre, yung nasa gitna. Ang kagandahan dito sa grupong ito, no, when we had our first beekeeping workshop here, none of them are actually exposed to bees, but they are all afraid of bees. So, but
Huh?
I'm not doing this alone, no. Yes, I'm not doing this alone. The project in Palawan is also supported with my very good friend Dave, who's the owner of Bulaluhan sa Ramirez. He is my student and now became one of my co driver of things. I mean, assistant, yes, during the workshop. And then I am supported by Tito Bilik, mga Rodriguez in El Nido. So,
Mhm.
hindi sila galing sa proper ng El Nido. Kalat-kalat din sila. So, it's a group of farmers who would like to start. Kasi when you say Palawan, Palawan is really famous in terms of good
Beaches.
quality honey.
Oh,
Kaya
yeah,
lang
yeah,
ngayon, I
yeah.
think, kaya lang sadly ngayon, medyo questionable na siya, no? So, and also, this is also, kaya naman ako napunta ng Palawan because one of my classmates in intensive beekeeping course sa UPLB ay nakilala ko sa Los Baños, no? She's from Miss IC or Dixie Marina. She's from San Vicente, Palawan. Then when I introduced myself, I said I'm from San Vicente, Tunga, Leyte. Hindi niya narinig yung Tunga, Leyte. Si Tos, na parehas kami taga San Vicente. So we keep on talking and nag-hangout kami only to find out magkaiba kaming San Vicente. Palawan siya. Leyte naman ako. But, we ended up collaborating with each other and prior to pandemic, during pandemic, like our first workshop was first weekend of March. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was March 3. And then pagka March 16, nag-lockdown. Kaya hindi na ako nakabalik. But, sayang. But we started it very smoothly. Na-introduce namin sa mga, actually, ang first workshop namin sa San Vicente, Palawan. Umiiyak yung ibang IPs. Lalo naalala ko talaga si Nanay Diding. Nanay Diding is an IP, pero teacher siya.
Mhm.
Sabi niya, yung beekeeping workshop na napakinggan niya for 2 days ay higit pa sa mga uh, seminars na napuntahan niya nung siya ay nagtuturo pa. Kasi alam niyang yung mga kapatid niya sa IP's community sinusunog talaga because
Yeah.
hindi naman nakaranas or naka-attend ng formal beekeeping workshop. So, I'm just glad na nagkaroon tayo ng eye-opener na member nung grupo. So, hindi ka man talaga kumikita naman talaga ng ganitong advocacy. Pero if you can just realize kung ano yung
Yes.
na-preserve mo for the next generation, that's even more, no? And hopefully dumami tayong ganito, no? Kaya excited ako makipag-collaborate din kay Ma'am Mercy. I will see you in Tagum. I'll visit you there.
And so, yun talaga eh. Kaya talagang akmang-akma yung pollinating goodness eh. Goodness that will continue for the next generation.
Mm,
You're
exactly.
leaving a legacy na I'm sure naman pag dumami na talaga yung ano mo, yung mga projects mo all over the Philippines, you will not be able to go to each and every place na eh, but you started something that will keep on replicating and you'll be
Yes.
able to train people who will do the same thing you did. So talagang pollination, pollinating goodness.
At saka ano na siya, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao na
Yan
siya
nga
ngayon.
eh.
So,
So we've
Luz
talked about
Biminda na siya.
we've talked about Negros, Tarlac, Luzon. Now I'll show the next set of photo. Ikaw na yata yung pinaka well-traveled na beekeeper na kilala ko locally. Sa noon, ang pinakakilala kong most well-traveled, interestingly, not from the Philippines, si Sir Abu from Malaysia.
Abot.
Pero syempre, baka si Ma'am Cleo, mas marami na siyang na-travel kasi
Yeah.
sa'yo.
Ma'am Cleo is well traveled abroad pati, no? Not just locally but abroad, you know. I really love this is the graduation during the workshop. So my good friend Mel is beside me.
Ah,
And
okay.
yes. During this time, we were actually supported by her husband, the mayor of Victoria Tarlac, si ngayon na congressman na si Kong Christian Yap. So
Mm-mm.
they're very friendly into I think ang kagandahan talaga pag very young ang leaders ng isang lugar, masyadong active, so very open to all possibilities on how we can uplift economically,
Yes.
even the morale of the farmers. So it's really nice to collaborate with them.
Mm. So this one is medyo na backtrack pala to. This is the Negros Stingless Beekeepers
No,
Association.
no, no. This is Tarlac. This is the Negros. Yes.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So, hindi ko lang na-arrange ng maayos.
Oo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ito,
so
graduation na rin. Oh,
ay, di ko na isama yung sa Kidapawan. Tell me about yung HUBAK
wala
ba
ba,
yun?
HUBAK.
Yeah, if you want to greet
Let,
those beekeepers over there
yeah,
right
sure.
now.
Yeah. Let me check if I can share some photos of HUBAK.
I'll
I
make you
think they would
co-host,
love.
sure. Oh.
Sige.
Yan, so
So,
ngayon naman, Mindanao
um,
naman tayo.
yeah, I'll share with you guys the HUBAK. So, HUBAK stands for Highland United Beekeepers Association of Kidapawan. And ang HUBAK po ay binubuo ng ilan bang members natin dito? I think almost 40, no? And
This
ang
is this
kagandahan
is this was already existing when you got there or you helped organize this?
no it was hindi na ano lang siya, na-enhance lang talaga. Actually nabuo siya nung matapos yung aming beekeeping workshop in
Mm,
Kidapawan. Saka lang siya nabuo.
okay.
Ang nangyari, I have a very interesting story why HUBAK was made. Right after, a few days after nung awarding ng
Hiring.
MSME sa Negosyo, yes, I was invited to attend, to guest sa Negosyo. Ano, not Negosyo, sa DZME,
Ah, yung
Propinoy. It's a
napanood ko.
program, yeah, it was called
Oo.
Propinoy. Then I was invited to guest. Pagkatapos noon, uh, nangailangan sila ng guest sa ulit. So sabi niya, Gary, baka meron kang kaibigan na magagaling na pwede nating ma-feature. Of course, marami tayong kaibigan na gano'n, ano? So,
Please endorse mo din ako ah.
oh, sure.
Kaya lang
So,
Lourdes kasi yun eh,
uh,
maglilib pa.
yung yung owner ng Echo Shift, because I'm
Eco
into
shift.
friends who yes, I'm into friends who really support movement on environmental
Yes.
conservation and all. Ang kagandahan sa Echo Shift, plastic free ang kanilang movement. So,
Mm,
they're selling soap, 'di ba? So, Miss
yes.
Irene niyaya ko, ayaw niya pumayag na hindi ko siya sasamahan. So when I went to the office of DZME with Kong Pichay, nandoon yung isa sa mga consultants ni Mayor Attorney Pao Evangelista ng Kidapawan. So, sabi ng owner ng DCME ni Kong Pichay, ito si Gary, kausapin mo yan si Gary, marami ka matututunan dyan. And then we talk about bees and community movement, climate change, environmental conservation, livelihood project. Hanggang sa nag-courtesy call ako sa Kidapawan dahil madalas naman ako ng Pagpet, a town next to Kidapawan kasi I have a project there. And nag-courtesy call ako sa mayor's office and they liked the idea. And then we had our first beekeeping workshop last November. It's really, really good. We did it, usually I'm doing beekeeping workshop for 2 days, but doon ginawa namin 3 days. Sobrang ganda. Ngayon, ang ginagawa na namin is gumagawa na kami ng demo farm for the members of HUBAK in Kidapawan. I was there last month. Ang kagandahan doon, what I discovered in Kidapawan, aside from taking care of Biroy now, they have species of mungo-mungo in Kidapawan na magkakaiba ng size, magkakaiba ang character. I'm learning a lot. Not just my students. Me also, I'm learning. I'm being exposed to the different bee management and yung behaviors ng bees kasi nga magkakaiba ng klima yung lugar na napupuntahan ko. So usually magkakaiba yan sila ng management. Ito kasi yes. So, iba yung management namin sa Palawan kasi yes, sir.
So you when you started the project ng HUBAK naman and ventured into yung project nga, saan ka kumuha ng mga colonies? Spiral or you had to bring from elsewhere?
No, we have both kasi may di ba ang Mindanao we don't have their Biroy. So we
Brought in
traveled
ka.
the Biroy. Yes, to Kidapawan. And then pero meron nang nag-aalaga ng mga local breeds doon. So magkakaiba ng level of understanding na yung ating mga estudyante in terms of beekeeping and bee management.
Okay.
Pero usually ang Gary Bee movement po kasi it is designed only to preserve and protect the Philippine native honey producing bees. We have nothing against with the Mellifera, but then dahil yung farmers talaga yung ating tinutulungan at ang ating main concern dito at ang mga IT. So mas gusto nating mas kilala nila yung ating native Philippine honey producing bees, which is very competitive din naman. We just need to, I think, kailangan lang talaga nating magkaroon pa siguro ng masusing pag-aaral kung paano natin siya gagawing more sustainable na kaparehas ng mga mellifera na mas malaki ang kanyang harvest. Yes. So, yun.
Did you have some photos to share about HUBAK or you don't need?
I would love to. I think na-send ko naman sa'yo. So, i-save ko lang yung picture para
So that's that's one of your projects na in Mindanao.
Yes. Pwede, sir, pwede bang i-send ko sa messenger mo and then para ikaw na po ang mag-share?
Okay. I'll try to do it, Sir Gary, no, kasi baka maano lang tayo. But at least you have given us great information about that. And hopefully,
yes,
magkaroon ka rin ng another collab with Ma'am Mercy. So that's taking you to Davao.
Actually,
Ma'am Mercy. We have our Tagum Beekeepers Association, sir.
Oh, I would love to meet you guys. Total anyways, magkapit-bahay naman na. You know what I like about Mindanao in general? Because Mindanao has many things to offer. Mindanao is it's majestic. Kaya lang siguro dahil may connotation lang when you say Mindanao the tourists are somehow reluctant to travel because of safety, but ilang beses na ako nagpupunta ng Mindanao. It's totally safe.
Magkakaano tayo, Sir Gary. We're moving to Mindanao, God willing, 2024. So, Ma'am Mercy, dyan na ako, December 2024.
Layo po.
Layo pa, pero we'll be permanently living in Davao City talaga. So,
wow. Yeah, at saka ang Mindanao kasi ang daming pwedeng i-offer, no?
Yes.
So, agriculturally friendly. hindi pa binabagyo ng malakas. So, nandun lahat ng pagkain ng mga
Yung
bubuyog.
mga
But then siguro,
fruits. Oo.
kailangan lang talaga natin silang tutukan and
Oo.
bigyan ng tamang impormasyon, bigyan ng tamang edukasyon para dumami tayo. Ang goal naman talaga is dumami tayo kasi hindi naman tayo magkakalaban ng negosyo. No? I think we are all allies. Allies of
Yes.
change, allies,
Yes.
hindi dapat tayo sisiraan, wala dapat
Kompetensya.
ganoon kaya hindi tayo walang kompetensya dito. We are all
Goodness.
allies of yes.
Nag-message si Ryan.
Oo.
Kapitbahay na tayo, Sir Alexis. Saan ka, Ryan?
Sir Ryan, baka from Davao din to.
Oh. Okay, so Sir Gary, it's already 9:22. I'm really sorry.
Ang ganda ng usapan. Wala bang wala bang season 2? Or
Pwede
part
naman.
2?
Baka maaga ka, baka may itinerary ka pa. Ako naman, nasa bahay lang ako eh. Ikaw nasa hotel lang.
Wala naman.
So, baka may lakad ka
Oo,
pa
fine.
tomorrow. You need to
Wala
rest.
naman.
So,
No, I'm totally fine. When
sige,
it comes
sige.
to
Okay,
when
so
it comes to
having said that,
beekeeping topic,
kasi hindi na natin mention ibang projects mo like
yeah.
meron ka pa dito sa Rizal and
Yes, we
some
have in
other
Rizal.
places. How do you manage your time doing all this and do you even ever sleep?
Of course, I do. Most of the time sa aeroplano. you know, I have a good rest naman. Actually, ang kagandahan sa ginagawa ko ngayon, because when I was working abroad, I couldn't even travel to other parts of the country, no? Kasi walang fund. Pag nag-abroad ka, nauubos naman lagi yung fund mo for travel. Hindi mo siya priority. But then, nung naging beekeeper ako, the bees traveled with me. The bees made me travel to many places of the Philippines.
Galing.
And iba kasi din yung feeling na iba yung energy yung binibigay sa akin kapag alam kong may nag-aantay sa aking grupo para matuto. So, hindi ako napapagod basta-basta sa ganun. I rest. I rest naman kapag kinakailangan. Nasanay na rin sigurong laging nagsa-travel. But this is my career now. This is my bread and butter now. But most of it is for really the movement talaga.
Kasi I see your post minsan pag nasa airplane ka eh. Ako naman, pag may mga business flights ako, I take that time to, yung creative juices ko, parang
Yeah.
I always choose the window side para parang sulok ako and I can think of so many things. Doon ako nag-brainstorm on my own.
Baliktad tayo. Ako naman mas gusto ko yung nasa aisle.
Okay. Sige, what do you consider naman as the challenges in greatest challenges for having this project simultaneously and how do you overcome them?
Ang challenges ko, I think transportation, ma-share ko lang. I went to one part, hindi ko lang i-mention kung saan ako nagpunta, but I went to some part of this, I think somewhere in Visayas. No? I traveled the beach with me. And then, of course, I am complete with necessary papers. Mayroon tayong permit. Kaya lang, isang PR. First time ko masita ng gano'n. Pero okay naman. Ako naman natutuwa na may ganong initiative ang BAI. No? Kaya lang, I'm traveling with the Stingless bees. And then, nauna nilang tanong, baka kasi nagka-carry sila ng Varroa and all. Pero when I asked, kasi ang nangyari, para ako nagbibigay ng beekeeping workshop sa loob nung sa pier. Kasi actually yung taong assigned para i-check kung ano-ano yung mga livestock kasi ang bees, di ba? O si Vicente. Kung ano ba yung mga sakit, ano ba yung species na dala-dala ko, hindi kasi nila alam. So I need to give them at least 4 hours workshop para lang makatawid yung bubuyog, no? So, and ang nalulungkot lang ako because sana ang inassign na tao na mag-check, na yung may alam
May
para
alam.
hindi na sayang, hindi na i-stress kung ano ito na travel, no? Sana and hindi basta-basta tapos ito pa, kailangan niya pa daw itawag sa main office sa Manila and all. Pero hindi niya alam kung ano yung ini-explain niya. So I need to give them information, all the information and all that. Ay, yun lang naman ang pinaka biggest challenge ko. And that's how I overcome. Ang kagandahan lang din because siguro medyo naduduplicate ko na kung ano yung ginagawa ko. For example, in San Vicente, Palawan, I have someone there who works for me. And minomonitor ko lahat ng grupo na yan, merong group chat. So kung ano-anong kailangan i-follow up, ganyan. So kasi with the technology now, it's really easier. Kailangan mo lang maglaan ng oras. And when I feel like burned out na ako, ganyan. Just like today, sasama lang ako sa like ngayon, nag-island hopping ako to treat myself. And because I traveled in Palawan for a follow-up maintenance nung bees na binigay natin sa kanila with the yapak. Kasi para hindi sila mainip by April because it's Earth Day. It's Earth Day ang April no, or Earth Month celebration ng April. So gusto ko magkaroon sila ng activity na in relation to taking care of the earth. So magkakaroon ng coastline cleanup, tree planting. I have to talk to these two groups personally at saka magkakaroon sila ng soap making hopefully through Miss Vida from Quezon City. So and it's a free workshop. So para medyo kumita naman na sila while waiting for the honey. So sana magtuloy-tuloy and sana meron pang ibang beekeepers na kagaya natin na sumama dun sa advocacy or private entities, private people who would like to support. Kasi ang main goal naman talaga ng Gary Bee movement is for me to travel to the farthest area of the Philippines na hindi abot ng impormasyon para mabigyan ng tamang impormasyon at mabigay ito ng libre. So kaya lang, I cannot do it alone. Baka yung fan ko hanggang Pampanga lang. So I have to do it, no? Kasi sabi ni Miss Cleo, hey Gary, carry on, very energetic. Because ma'am, I was inspired by talaga nung ma-share ko lang din nung nag-aral ako ng intensive beekeeping course kasi sa UP. I was really amazed on paano nila inorganize yung yung aming workshop systematic kaya na-observe ko lahat ng tinuturo nila plus really, yung may mga classmates kaming 60 years old, 70 years old, if they can do it, energetically, Miss Clay, Dr. Cleo can do it, you know. Why not us na medyo younger nga, you know, mas plenty of energy. So, I think, at saka utang din natin siguro sa mga bubuyog yung kung ano ka-abundant ang pagkain ng Pilipinas because kung wala naman ang mga bubuyog, I think the very first problem, kung wala tayong pollinators, ang hunger ang una nating problema, followed by climate change or maybe climate change before hunger. So, ayun, natutuwa lang tayo.
To that, no? Sa comment ni Ma'am Cleo, carry on also Ma'am Cleo kasi
nakaka-inspire naman si Ma'am Cleo.
Nag-attend din ako ng intensive beekeeping program. Although ito na yung yung pandemic. So 4 days via Zoom and 1 day na yung face-to-face na. I really learned a lot. Kahit I've been into beekeeping 2019 pero basic lang talaga yun. But I learned a lot dun sa training. Yeah.
When I was like, I have 1 week to decide if I'm going to Australia or no. I asked one of my co-awardee in Siklab, JB. Hi JB, if you can watch soon. No, JB is one of the founders of I Volunteer Philippines. So I asked him, alis ba ako? Sabi niya, Gary, mabuting taon dahil nga sa'yo hindi ako umalis kasi ngayon ikaw ang aalis. And then, para akong tinusok sa puso. Tapos, nag-flashback sa akin, meron ako laging pinapanood na, at kasama yan sa pag nag-workshop ako, pinapanood ko during break time ng workshop, yung video ng nila Miss Clay, nila Dr. Cleo na nag-travel sila sa, somewhere in Bicol, ma'am, or na nandun sila mga matatandang nag-aalaga ng bubuyog. Nag-flashback sa akin, yung din naalala ko yung mga farmers at saka mga IPs in San Vicente, Palawan. Sabi ko, parang hindi kaya ng konsensya kong iwanan. So, okay naman. I think we need, tapos naman ako siguro mag-abroad, kaya hindi ko, madali rin sa akin tanggapin na na I think tama lang din naman na we flourish and we grow where we are planted. So it's time for the
Mhm.
Philippines naman siguro.
Yes, yes, yes. We need you here. Okay, so may comment din si Ryan. Me too po. Masaya at maraming matutunan about bees. Salamat po, Doc Leo. And si
Araw-araw may natututunang bago. Tsaka
uh,
ano, no?
Endless. Rona,
Because of the,
you are right, Sir Gary, with the BAI personnel. Siguro ang next na invite ko naman taga-BAI.
yes, I think. And let me join.
Gives me an idea. I-note ko na yun. Kaya lang Saturday kasi baka hindi sila willing mag-speak on the Saturday. Si Rona pa
Mm.
din. I'm from Samar. Problem ko ang climate currently. I pity my SP pag continuous ang rain.
Hi, Miss Rona. Actually,
Wala pa
ang
naman.
ang
Go ahead.
ang summer and Leyte is actually hindi unpredictable ang climate ngayon. So, even ang some part of Bacolod talagang sobrang ano no, sobrang lamig na ang hirap i-manage ng bees at the moment kasi may nabubuong sakit kung minsan. So, I think kailangan natin alamin talaga yung klima at saka tumiming sa tamang panahon para i-travel ang bubuyog or
Mm,
buksan ang mga bubuyog mag-split. So kaya kailangan talaga makinig tayo sa pwede magturo sa atin.
yes. Okay, Sir Gary, we will come to the final stretch. How can we support you sa Coach Gary B? I mean sa Gary B movement or any final words regarding the movement, how we can help you and invite us to follow. I've already followed you.
Thank you. So, well, before anything else, I would like to say, kasi Sir Ryan, sabi niya, Sir Gary, sama ako. Sana makasama ako sa workshop if meron dito sa Mindanao. I'll let you know, of course. Just follow the page Coach Gary B or my personal account kasi sa Coach Gary B movement, most of the time hindi ako yung makaka-reply. Pero on my personal account, it's Gary Avila Ayuste. Ako talaga mismo yun. So how again, Coach Gary B movement is a personal movement that aims for me to travel to the farthest area of the Philippines para maturuan ng ating mga nangangailangan ng mga local farmers, not just for the reason of producing honey, but of course for them to realize na kapag marami silang pollinators, marami silang harvest as a farmer, doon pa lang kikita ka na, no? Doon pa lang natulungan ka na ng mga bubuyog. And honey, pollen, propolis, beeswax are all of these are bonus, no? So, aside from that, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga kaibigan at mga kakilalang nasa NGO, na sumusuporta para makapagbigay ng mga libreng colonies, no? So I think actually nagkakaroon kami ngayon ng magde-design tayo ng website wherein a private person na kayang bumili ng bubuyog para doon sa farmer na hindi kakayanin bumili ng colony. We can do that. Ililink natin yung dalawa. For example, Sir Alexis, kung taga Manila ka, may gusto kang bigyan ng colony in Mindanao, you will buy it, i-send natin doon sa isang family or isang farmer sa
Mm,
Mindanao. Pag nag-harvest yun, hati kayo, or pag na-split yun, tig-isa na kayo. So,
mm,
ganong setup. We have to do it systematically na monitor. Pero hindi na yung website natin yung magmamanage kayo na between the farmers para may personal. It's actually
engage talaga.
networking, no? Yes, yes. Para alam ng sponsor ng colony kung ano yung buhay ng kanyang pinagbigyan. So I think it's very good. And so isa yan sa gusto nating ma-achieve through the Gary B movement. So sana ang mga NGOs dyan na naghahanap ng pwede maka-partner, pwede po tayo diyan, pwede po nating trabahuin 'yan. And of course, please follow, like, and share Coach Gary B, no? Meron din tayong TikTok, meron tayong Instagram. It's all the same, Coach Gary B. And of course, the Facebook, even YouTube. So now we are editing a lot of videos showing the proper ways of taking care of the bees and also farm tourism conceptualization dahil naniniwala tayo na lahat ng may lahat ng bisita, lahat ng turista ay may pocket money, so hold upin natin sila. Joke. So,
Patulong ako sa iyo para sa Davao.
no. No. Wala namang namamasyal na hindi gusto bumili ng souvenir or kumain man lang, no? So, and it doesn't have to be, hindi mo kailangan gumastos ng malaki to start, no? Kasi mas gusto ng mga bisita na nag-start ka from very simple habang lumalaki ng lumalaki. Kasi feeling ng bisita pag nakakabalik siya na merong nag-improve siya, feeling niya kasama siya dun sa nakatulong sa iyo to improve your place and your destination. So I think na marami tayong mga dyan, marami tayong mga ilalabas na video dyan. Yes, 2 days ago actually I was with a group of tourists here in San Vicente in Palawan, no? Ang isa sa kanila is a beekeeper. Their family owns Apis mellifera in Austria. So we had a very good conversation with them. Yes, we had a very good conversation with them. Tapos yung ibang grupo, naka-video kasi to para siyang podcast, pero naka-video siya. So ilalabas natin yan sa Coach Gary B. So ang dami nilang binibigay na comment about the taste of honey kasi pinakita natin sa kanila yung Stingless. Yeah, yung Stingless bees, first time nilang makita, akala daw nila langaw. So it's very interesting video that we need to wait and to watch in the next few weeks. So I'm so happy to be sharing it with you guys, and hopefully marami ang mag-follow ng Coach Gary B. And thank you for making me one of your guests here in SaBEEdo night. Nakakatuwang nagtutuloy-tuloy ito. Palakihin natin to, sir.
Yes. Kulang yung 1 oras.
Oo. Pag ako kausap mo, kulang ang 1 hour.
Okay. So, again, to our viewers, I'm really sorry na hindi naging live yung episode natin tonight. But as you watch, I hope you're inspired by everything that Sir Gary shared. To be updated, as he mentioned, please follow his Facebook, his social media account, so you can learn more about his upcoming projects and updates on his various ongoing projects. So Gary, I hope to collaborate with you sa World Bee Day ulit. It's
yeah,
almost
for sure.
3 months to go. So we'll talk when you get back to Manila. At dahil dun sa nangyari, I'll have to give you another ice cream.
Oh my God, the ice cream is the best. It tastes deliciously healthy. Ang sarap. Hanea ice cream is the best. Yeah. So maraming salamat po sa lahat and sa mga makakapanood nito pag na-upload na sa Facebook, no? I hope you to be the pollinators of goodness also, just like the other colleagues in the beekeeping industry. Maraming salamat po.
Yeah, please stay behind for a little while. And again, thank you, Ma'am Cleo, Ma'am Mercy, Rona, and Ryan J for staying on. It's already 9:40. I hope ma-visit ko yung place mo, Ryan, sa next trip ko sa Davao. Yung farm kasi namin dine-develop pa, so wala ka pa masyadong makita doon.
So Alexis, I think kailangan natin mag-usap kung kailan ka babalik. I can adjust my trip to... So I'm currently working with the LGU of Kidapawan naman as one of their consultants for a certain project. I think we can
Sige. I can also go to Kidapawan kung itapat ko naman ng Saturday bago mag-Davao.
Para makapunta tayo for a very delicious lunch kila Ma'am Mercy. Na-require, no?
Di, okay na ako sa duyaya na durian.
At baka naman pwede sumama si Dr. Cleo, no? Ma'am.
Tapos isama natin si Ryan kasi nasa Davao siya eh.
Baka magpalit siya si Ryan.
Yeah.
Alright, so magigaya tayo dito soon.
Sige po. See you. And so we've come to the end of the night. World Bee Day Philippines awards the Certificate of Appreciation to Mr. Gary Avila Ayuste for sharing valuable information and insights as guest speaker in the 7th episode of SaBEEdo Nights entitled The Gary Bee Movement, Pollinating Goodness. Hindi na to Facebook Live. It will be uploaded in our SaBEEdo Nights FB page this 18th day of February 2023, signed by myself as organizer and founder of Wolfinating. Sir Gary, thank you so much.
Maraming
Enjoy the
salamat,
rest of your
Sir
stay in
Clay.
Palawan and see you here soon.
Yeah. Good night from Palawan.
And so it's been a wrap almost for February. Next week, and that Saturday, February 25, medyo technical naman tayo. Instrumental insemination, the X and Y's for beginners. So for those who are interested to learn about this topic, you can join me and Sir Jojo De Jesus all the way from Cebu. We will
Cebu.
talk about this. And as always, we welcome feedback for any comments and suggestions for future episodes, including recommendations for guests. You may send an email to sabidonights@gmail.com. You may also kindly check out our YouTube channel, Beauty and Beyond. And for those who would like to try our products, we're on Shopee, shopee.ph/12 shal1206. So there you can find our beauty bars and yung Stingawin board game. Yung honey po sold out na, but we're hoping to harvest the first batch middle of March dito sa Manila. Honey flow na po sa Manila, and thank God for that.
Wow.
And so actually meron na akong 2 frames na ready for harvest, and a
Wow.
few other frames na pinapahinog po. So baka second week end of March makapag-harvest na. So ma-restock na ulit yung Shopee. Although for this year, baka konti na lang, ano, kasi sa ice cream na namin talaga gagamitin yung honey.
Wow. Ang
And
sarap
Ma'am
ng ice
Mercy, when you come
cream.
here, makakatikim ka ng honey
Sana,
ice cream. And
sana.
even Ma'am Cleo. Ay, wala na si Ma'am Cleo. All right, so
Oh,
thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night's
Thank
rest.
you.
thank
Good
Stay
night,
safe.
you.
Sir Gary,
everyone.
thank
Maraming
you.
salamat. Maraming
Bye-bye.
salamat.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.